Garbage.
Hello and welcome to this Friday evening garbage. AKA my stream. It seems like just yesterday that we saw each other. Is it possible? Is it true? Was anyone here yesterday? Because I feel like we were streaming yesterday. Is anyone here ever? That's a very good question. Did I kill the drop game? No. Is it not working again? Stream games, Pixel Plush, refresh, okay. Let's go. Okay, mine didn't work, but yours did. I saw you did MOTD, but that also didn't work. Is Stream Elements sleeping again? Hi, Marek. Very good to see you on the YouTubes. Wake up, Stream Elements. Yeah, I think the bot is sleeping. That's not good. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's finally time to change the chatbot. What do we think? Is it maybe time? Your stream's broke. Your bots are joke. Oh my gosh. Maybe it's just Twitch, you know. Maybe Twitch is just acting up as usual. Timers. YouTube is better on mobile. I would hope so, because the aspect ratio is a native mobile device, Marek. If you go full screen in the YouTube app, you should see everything from top to bottom. The full thing. Alright, Stream Elements is definitely... I don't know what's happening with it. It's ignoring everything. Oh, it's not. It woke up. Look at that. Oh, yeah, now. Okay. Now it works. There we go. It woke up, chat. We're good. I'm awake. Ah, I'm awake. I promise. I promise I'm awake. I'm awake. So... what I know is that YouTube has like a 20-second delay. So if someone says something on YouTube chat, then I have to respond super fast. Because then they're only going to get my answer like 20 seconds later. Whereas Twitch's delay is only 2 or 3 seconds. So, you may have noticed. Should we have turned off the lights first? Hi, Jens. Why would you turn off the lights? Oh, I see. Turn off the lights and then do 90 million lumens. Interesting strategy. I'm awake. Don't worry. I'm fully awake. I'm fully awake, okay? Even though I didn't sleep that many hours last night, chat. Who's going outside? Hello, Steve. Sociable Steve. Hello, Steve, and welcome to the stream. You get a gigantic check mark for making it back here. You were sociable and didn't blind me. That's very kind. Thank you for the good vibes as well, J. Walter. Very appreciated, as always. How's everyone's week been? We received some good news today. White Panther has been rehired somewhere. No one knows where. Yet to be announced. But congratulations to White Panther, our fearless stream team leader. Shall we see if we get a good clip of White Panther? It's posted on the internet and on LinkedIn.
Luke, who just installed Visual Studio on his PC. Oh, I have a laugh button somewhere. It does a random laugh now. I don't know which laugh's going to come out.
Random laugh.
F? Oh, I thought you were giving me an F then for my stream. But I literally asked for an F. I'm a terrible streamer. Right, so the problem here now is also I have no starting credit thing. I have no starting things.
Someone has not been doing clip hygiene, Panther. You need to clean up your clips. Work hard and eat pizza. Did you also start a new job as Salma's publicist? I did not. Why have you enhanced me this far, chat? What's the reason for this? I am just very supportive of White Panther and her endeavors. And it's nice when someone gets a new job. Skincare checkup. Actually, I think it's all right. It's not too bad at the moment. I do have bags under my eyes though. Not so great. It's good to see you all again. Sociable Steve, Jens, Steffi, J. Walter. Who else is here? Who else is here? Aiden, Canhorn, Ched, Funky Badger, Ian, Ötzi, Rugmat, Snark Cheese, Ginny, Vicarious. So many lovely people in chat. Hello to all of you. No need to respond if you're just lurking. Just want to reach out and say hello. And calling out lurkers again. Oh look, Right Join is here. So for those of you who are astute in your observations, you'll notice something different about today's background. It's green. It is darker.
Garbage.
I don't know if it's darker. It needs more light. Well, we can always add more light. But I think I'm well lit. Who did that? Someone broke it now. Someone broke it. Wow. Yeah, that one totally broke it. And that one's it's on its own overlay. So, J. Walter, you are to blame for that one.
Garbage.
They're all behind the 90 million screen. You can't see anything right now. Where's Noob? Noob, you need to fix this rendering. That's not good. I have a question for you, Matty Two Shoes. I totally understand if you only want to enter this on your OnlyFans page, aka Patreon. Here's the question. How are you coping with being back at an employee after running a startup? Asking for a friend. Jens, that is an excellent question. No, Marek, I am not going to Measure Camp Czechia this year, unfortunately. I will be going to Measure Camp in Vienna in November. And I will be also speaking at a conference in Berlin in November. And apart from that, I don't think I have other plans outside Switzerland for now. I don't think so. Let me check my website, because that's where I put them. No, I only have 2 on there for the moment. No, I don't think it was a good answer, Jay Walter. What is it like being an employee after having your own business? The short answer is you have to accept that not everything is under your control. The irony about that is that even when you're running your own business, not everything is under your control. So in a way, it's the same situation. I think what's really different is the way that decisions get made. With your own business, especially a startup, small one, the decisions are made lean, fast, quickly, without too much hesitation. Basically the whole Pareto principle. 80% of the stuff, you do 80% and it's fine. You'll spend the least amount of time doing that. You spend 20% of your time doing 80%. And that's totally enough. Whereas in a business context, in an organization, you have a lot of decision makers, all straddling to make that decision together. Personally, in my situation, what I find most... Let me put it this way, Jens. There's a good thing and a bad thing about it. The bad thing is that I have to accept that not everyone in the business has the same perspective as me. Not that my perspective is more correct or something like that, but in the context where we are, I have some things to offer that some people in a traditional environment haven't seen yet, having not ever run their own business. Did chat just stop working? No one's written anything in chat. I don't know. So there's this sort of coping with the fact that when you say, listen, product market fit is so important. How do you not understand that? And people don't really understand what that is. The good thing is that you can go home at the end of the day, or switch off your computer, or change your browser profile, or close out the browser window for work and literally forget about work. And that is something good. That level of separation is very healthy for me. And that was something that I struggled with while I had my own business. Sure. Jens is asking because I've been doing hybrid for 6 months. I totally forgot office politics and people being in control because of a lot of different reasons than having the ability to lead. Unfortunately, you will be faced with a lot of people in a business environment. Fortunately, this is not my case, but in a very traditional business environment, you will find a lot of people who are in a position that they're in not because of competence, but because of other reasons. And that's very unfortunate because it makes it very difficult to work with those people. Marek says, disadvantage, you have no responsibility. Advantage, you have no responsibility. Yes. I wouldn't say no responsibility in the company context. I do have responsibilities. They're just nowhere near as significant as with a startup. Definitely not. But I hope that was an illuminating answer for you, Jens. And if I can offer you some advice, Jens, I know it's unsolicited, but having been in your position, I feel like I do have a little bit of something to share with you. I would ask yourself, is it worth the pain and discomfort and all of the hard things that you're going through, keeping something alive when you don't know what the potential is? If there's a lot of potential, if there's great signs of life, and you think this can really be a big deal, and it can essentially be a make or break type situation for you financially, then it's worth suffering for. But remember that you only live your life one day at a time. And if you end up suffering for 6 months or 12 months or 16 months or 3 years or 5 years, you might look back on that time and you might regret that time that you didn't take other opportunities, because that is exactly what will happen during that time. Is you focus on this situation, and because of the suffering during that time, you will be closed to certain opportunities that may have come up otherwise. So that's the only thing I would have to offer. But you're a smart guy, and I think you know these things. It's not something new to you. But maybe hearing it from someone else might kickstart something inside of your head. So I hope that helps. As for the rest of chat, who's been patiently listening, waiting, watching, creeping on my stream, yo. As for all of you, what is up? What has been going on with you, chat? How has your week been? Because now it is officially the weekend. Now it's Friday, which is the official weekend transition period. So it means that now you should all be telling me about what your plans are, what you're going to be doing this weekend. Maybe it's already in the weekend time zone for you. RightJoin has a day off today. RightJoin, how do you have a day off? Do you even work? How do you even have a job? RightJoin, nobody wants you.
Failure.
A potentially failed startup founder anonymous meetup would perhaps be healthy. I'm sure that you can find scores of ex-founders. I don't know what I'm missing. I know exactly what I'm missing with a RightJoin, and I'm totally okay with it. 100% okay with it. I had an intense week, chat. Thank you, Steffi, for correcting RightJoin. I had an intense week. My colleague was on vacation, and we have a lot of projects currently running. I have one large project that I'm spearheading. And a lot of things just kind of came to a head yesterday and today. So I spent, actually, shockingly for a Friday, I spent a lot of time working today. More than usually on a Friday. In the sense that it was a lot busier than usual. Normally Fridays are a little bit quieter. So that was quite intense, and I'm happy to have this week behind me and devote all my attention and love to you, chat. And obviously on Fridays on Twitch, I am running the single most effective data and tech news show on Twitch. Thank you, Jens. Air conditioning in my room and Baldur's Gate 3. Marek, that sounds like a plan. I unfortunately don't have air conditioning. I mean, if I had air conditioning, it would cost money. So who of you has astutely recognized what this background is for? Some of you may already know. You also don't have Baldur's Gate 3. I do not. I do not have Baldur's Gate 3. Right joins are obviously the right joins to use. That's right, Steffi. The background is for thumbnails. If you don't know, I actually take my own thumbnails while live on stream. And I do that because I'm too lazy to sit here during the day and take 30 to 40 thumbnails. So chat is going to help me today. You are going to help me take thumbnails because there is a glorious thing that you can use. And if necessary, chat, I will disable all of the alerts if you make it difficult to take thumbnails. Binary64, welcome to chat. Your timing is impeccable. Look what I have for you. I have a sign that says hi. Hi, Binary64. Do you have a green screen so when you go viral, it will help us create memes? I do not have a green screen, but I don't need a green screen. I actually don't need a green screen because, Binary64, lights on, I have the lights behind me. Also, that was perfect timing. Thank you very much. I have the lights behind me, and chat has the control to create screenshots. So if I do something like this, if I say,
Garbage.
chat, can you please take a screenshot?
Steffi 128 Duck a screenshot. J. Walter Duck a screenshot.
Okay. Thank you very much. Oh no.
J. Walter Duck a screenshot.
Perfect thumbnail, chat. Absolutely wonderful. It worked. You just don't see the result yet.
Jens Wöster Duck a screenshot.
Oh, look at all these screenshots. Hi, Trash Puppy. It definitely worked. It definitely worked.
Jens Wöster Duck a screenshot.
Trash Puppy, we are currently taking screenshots. That was about how long it took to download a JPEG in the 90s.
Jens Wöster Duck a screenshot.
Garbage.
Has anyone ever timed 90 with Time Warp? I don't know, actually. Has someone done that before?
A screenshot.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Uh-oh. Ugh. The thing is, if some of you aren't fast enough, if you're not fast enough and coordinated enough, then you won't you won't be able to get it working properly. How are you doing, Trash Puppy? So if you're here for the first time, Binary64, the beginning of the stream is just full of shenanigans. Basically, chat does everything possible that we offer on the stream in order to...
Jens Wöster Duck a screenshot.
Oh no. Oh wow, it did work. There's one slight bright part in there. I'm not sure I'm in the right place. Binary64, what are you looking for is the question. This is the best place for data and tech news on Twitch on Fridays. We're in the Data Cafe together. And we will be covering a ton of news articles from privacy and ethics to hardware to generative AI, startups and tech, Swiss news, Twitch highlights, and a random pick as well. I came here for machine learning, but I got enhanceception. We will definitely be talking about machine learning today. I have one or two articles about machine learning. But we have to take some thumbnails. Even before we take thumbnails, chat, we need to start the stream. We need to start the stream properly. And how do we start the stream, chat? With the meme of the day. After 5 zooms, it became a biology class on pimples. I don't have such bad skin. How dare you? That's right. The meme of the day. Oh, look at that. I could actually put this on the desktop. Wait, chat, don't change the background. This is perfect. Literally perfect. The meme of the day, chat. No! I don't want clowns on my stream. Shame on you. Good thing this is blocking the clown. A toy shop for young engineers. It is a place for people to muck around and have fun. So, apparently, even your baby is learning LLMs faster than you are, chat. Can you believe that? I mean, look at this child. This child is already reading about neural networks. Ooh, another computer. This one's slightly off-center, though. It might work. There we go. Thank you. I mean... Did you try Llama 2 uncensored? I have not yet, Marek. I have yet to really dive deep into all of the stuff. It's the watch command, by the way, that you're looking for, Jens. If that's the one that you're looking for. What is this? Oh, a TV. This is the best place for data and tech news on Twitch on Fridays. Yeah, that's correct. So we're going to cover lots of topics today. Privacy and ethics, hardware, generative AI, startups and tech news, some Swiss news, some Twitch news, and a random article, which is sure to tickle your brain, chat. 18-year-old and 17-year-old experience of AI. Interesting. What are we watching? Oh, we can't watch binary. We can't watch YouTube clips. But I'm gonna have a look. What are we looking for? I love that you just linked to a meme.
Nice.
I like that you linked to a meme. So yes, babies are learning about LLMs very quickly. So chat, I need you to take some thumbnails of me today. And for you to take thumbnails, we need to set up the scene. Oh, let me show you how they turn out. Let me show you how they turn out, chat. They turn out like garbage. Look, when you take screenshots, they appear in this folder. In this folder. Look at all the screenshots, chat. Oh, I have to turn off the green screen, sorry. This is the best place for data and tech news on Twitch on Fridays.
Jens willst du a screenshot?
Did you just try and get a screenshot with me in there double? Is that what you were doing? So there's a lot of screenshots of me laughing and putting on the hat. That one worked. Interesting. Oh, so Jens, that kind of worked. This is basically the screenshot. Oh, I realize I need to reorient. Oh, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
Jens willst du a screenshot?
I know what you're doing, Jens.
Frag mal a screenshot.
I know what's happening.
Jens willst du a screenshot? Steffi 128 duck a screenshot.
No, we need one that's like this.
Jörg Walter duck a screenshot. mal Duck Screenshot.
Yep. So this is basically what chat is doing right now.
Duck Screenshot. J weiter Duck
But anyway,
Screenshot.
the point is that chat, you can... Oh, that's... You just need a dot matrix printer we can control. No, I don't want to give chat that level of control. I don't want to give chat that level of control. It's terrifying. But so these are how the screenshots turn out. They're automatic. They get
J weiter
pasted.
Duck Screenshot.
They get pasted to my desktop. And basically the idea would be to take a couple of thumbnails in different poses. So chat, you're going to give me pose suggestions. We are going to create a wheel with all the different emotions. And I'm going to spin, and then I have to do that one, and you will take a screenshot. Him, I don't want to give chat that level of control. Also him, let's chat and stream for 101,000 points. Hey, I give you the option of ending the stream. I didn't say you need to actually do it. It's not control, it's the illusion of control, right? All right, chat, give me all of your face expressions that you want me to have. First one is going to be surprise. Then we're going to have happiness. Then we're going to have... What else are we going to have, chat? We're going to have... Oh, I have to turn this back on. What else are we going to have, chat? Chat, do you not know any emotions? Hi, Exegete. Welcome back to the stream. It's good to see you again. I need emotions, chat. Add our bot to your Discord server and spin wheels from within Discord. Interesting. Advanced mode? I don't think I need advanced. What's your PHP face? That would be confused. Nonplussed.
Garbage.
Elated. Garbage. Nice land. Enlightened. Horn is not an emotion, Steffi. Horn is not an emotion. Horny, that's a different emotion. But horn is not an emotion. Drop is also not an emotion. Swatted. Wouldn't that be surprise? Your partition thingy didn't work, unfortunately. I probably used it wrong, but I fixed it with PHP. Hi, Roy Lazy. Giggle. Oh, we can giggle. Sure, we can giggle.
J weiter Duck Screenshot.
Good to see you again, Roy Lazy. I know that you're going to try and get 100 in the drop game. Picard. Maybe facepalm. Picard facepalm. Did I just hear Maddie saying porn is not an emotion? Anxious. Yeah, that comment makes me anxious. Horn. Horn, not porn. Horn. Horny Police is a city in Czechia. Really? Horny Police. Oh my god. Really? No, I'm not Googling this. Not on stream. It really is a place. It's a place. They also got free porn up. Really? What is the US and what are we doing today? Right now we are spinning. We are going to spin a wheel of names. Singularity? What is singularity face? Do you mean finite singularity? We're going to spin this wheel and I'm going to see what comes up. Nonplussed. No, it's elated.
Screenshot.
The face you make when you realize we messed up. Oh, use. Oh, rage. Okay, so elated is the first one. Elated. I need to do elated. And I think I maybe need to set a stream marker. Do I have a stream marker on here? I'm just gonna make a note. 2139. I don't have a marker.
Exegete your took a screenshot.
I'm gonna make a note somewhere. Where am I gonna write this? Chat, where should I write this?
What
Oh
is
yeah,
this?
I could do here.
It's Microsoft Excel.
One of these new... How come that doesn't... Oh, here it is. Okay. 2139, or well, 2140 now. For thumbnails. Okay. I made a note. I am successful. What's very important, chat, is that you don't modify anything. I already know how this is gonna go. You can't do anything because if you do stuff to my screen, then there won't be good thumbnails. Okay?
Garbage.
If you do things like that, I see stuff happening here on the preview. If I see stuff like that, I'm gonna disable everything. You know the rules, okay? Elated. No, don't dehance. Don't dehance. No. You want to fight me, chat? Don't fight me. This is worse than Primogen forgetting alerts are on. I didn't ask for it. I asked for you to... I asked for you to cooperate. I asked for you to cooperate. Elated. Okay. Is that elated? Does that work? Is that good? No. I don't even know what angle that is. Nailed it. Elated is when your 10k class compiles the first time. Okay, that works. Fine. Back to the speed, the wheel. Okay, we're spinning again. Anxious. Anxious. Okay. Anxious. The lights are off. As usual. Someone did 90 and it messes with it. It messes with it. Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Ragmaduk a screenshot. Ragmaduk a screenshot. J. Walter Duck a screenshot. Switch back.
Okay. I think we got anxious. It's good. Oh, I can go and get the screen grabs, chat. Like, you don't have to screenshot if you don't want to. It's totally up to you. Oh, wait. I forgot to remove elated. Okay. Let's do it. For a second, I thought you were wearing tiny hands for anxious. Can we fill your disk with screenshots? No, I have enough space on my disk. It's no problem. Happiness. Binary, thank you for the follow, by the way. I appreciate that. Happiness. Happiness is knowing that this weekend I will be playing D&D with my friends.
J. Walter Duck a screenshot.
Okay, just to be clear, I still have 259 gigabytes of memory free, and each screenshot is 1 point something megabytes. I think it's okay. D&D live stream. No, I live stream. I D&D with my friends group. We don't broadcast that on that. Did Maddie just say he has a huge disc? I did indeed say that I have a very large hard disk. Indeed. Alright, we're removing happiness. Removed. I love the chroma key on this. Okay, spin again. So if I take a screenshot each second, you only need to stream for how many hours? I don't know. Math. The announcer might have had a stroke. I captured it because I don't know what it sounded like because I didn't have my headphones in. But it was probably hilarious.
I put my faith in data.
Confused.
Information.
I am very
Ones and
confused.
zeros never lie.
Hi, Long, by the way. Long, are you joining Max's Among Us session? I think they started already. Oh, we're zoomed in now. Confused.
Fine. I'll say
I'm too tired for
sorry.
Among
No,
Us.
be sincere. Like this. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Fair
I'm
enough.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Chad is trying to
Sorry.
disrupt my
Sorry.
I'm
thumbnail
sorry.
I'm
session.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Even though I said I wanted to do one. Chad is like, no, you can't take thumbnails while we're here.
Garbage.
What is this?
Divide that number by
It's
all
Microsoft
chatters. True,
Excel.
if all chatters took screenshots. If everybody took screenshots at once. Chat! Poor Hans!
Jens Wösterdruck a screenshot.
Poor Hans. Hans can't cope with this, chat. Wow, that is some savage level of screenshotting. How many screenshots did you take? Well, so far this stream you've taken 70 screenshots. I think there's like a queuing thing with Atom about how many things it can, you know, do at once. Mark, that face is trolled. Yeah, probably.
Screenshot.
Probably. Okay, so... drop game. Shame on you for not letting me do my nonplussed... Wait, what was the last one? I forgot, chat. What was it?
Jens Wösterdruck a screenshot. Jens Wösterdruck
It's only triggering once every 2 seconds. Oh my god! This is the fastest my chat's ever moved. I will tell you that's for sure. Sounds like Space Invaders. What does this even sound like? Wow, you broke it now, chat.
Garbage.
You broke it. Can we add an emote only redeem? Maybe? Everything is possible. So that's twice today that we've broken 90 million. Ah.
Ragnar Duck a screenshot.
The thing is, Exegete, everyone is VIP, but it doesn't stop it. It doesn't stop it. Oh, chat. You don't even need me to be here. I don't even need to be streaming. You can do this without me. I don't even need to be here. I forgot what emotion we were doing. What emotion were we doing, chat? I forgot. What emotion was it? I forget. Because I already deleted it. Elated, anxious, confused. 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 But now there's good vibes. Thank you for the good vibes, Royal Easy. Confused. When will the good vibes stop? I may have to just stop you from redeeming everything. I will take I will do non-plus. No, this is not where the wheel landed. This isn't where the wheel landed. This is the next spin. Okay. Confused. Confused? How long does good vibes go for? I can't remember. Long enough, I guess. So. Confused. Yeah, okay. That's fine. The next spin! Da, 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 da. Oh, is it going to be surprise? It is surprise. Surprise. Okay. Isn't that surprising? Wow, Steffi and Rugmat just having a face-off and screenshotting. Okay, someone tell me something actually surprising. Like, chat cares about you. What? No way. I think I have what I need. Next one. Don't worry, chat. There's only like 8 more to do. Oh. Picard facepalm. I'm standing outside your building right now. You're outside my building? I would even believe that because I think you know where I live. All right. Picard facepalm. Is this good positioning? Yeah.
Put my faith in data.
I'm outside your building technically. Yes. Technically, you are outside my building. Okay. Fine. Surprising. If the sun disappeared right now, the Earth would continue its orbit for 8 minutes. What do you mean by disappeared, though, Exegete? Rage! That was me raging. I am not hiding under your bed. Technically correct. Oh no, Jens, you did drop. When did you do that? Just now? I think it's okay. That more looks like dirty looks. Okay, I need... Yeah, now there's people in the drop game. Chat, I think I'm going to hit the button. Otherwise, we're not going to get to the news segment today. I'm going to hit the button, chat. have a button on my stream deck that will stop all of this. Not the big red button. No, no. Not the big red button. This button. Uh-oh, I got a warning. Why did I get a warning?
J. Walter Duck is
That's not
Screenshot.
good.
Ragnar Duck is Screenshot.
That's strange.
Ragnar Duck is Screenshot.
Did the stream also end on your end, or is it just me? It's just you. Nice try. Nice try, Jens. Nice try, Jens. Trying to convince me that we're not live. Yeah, I don't know. That's a bit strange. Oh, I renamed it. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have ads in 5 minutes anyway. So here's the thing. Okay. Fine. It doesn't matter. Back to... Okay, so Rage. Rage, I guess I didn't do very well. Rage is more like... Okay, I was trying to think of something very angry just then. I did my best. I'm not an angry person. Chat, are you still here or are you all trolling me? Enlightened! Where's the hockey mask? That's not a real thumbnail. Enlightened. Rage is when you tell chat to not do something and chat still does it. No, that's surprise. You look like a disappointed father more than rage. Yeah, that's fine too. That's also fine. Enlightened.
Ragnar Duck is Screenshot. Ragnar Duck is Screenshot. Ragnar Duck is Screenshot. Ragnar Duck is Screenshot. Ragnar Duck is
Okay.
Screenshot.
I'm good with those. We have to do this before the ads come. 3 minutes, chat. Swatted. Okay. I hope I never get swatted. Actually, can't be swatted in Switzerland. But it's like...
Ragnar Duck is Screenshot. Ragnar Duck is Screenshot. Ragnar Duck is Screenshot.
Anyway, something like that. Okay. 4 more. I still don't know what singularity means. I now know where his door is. More information. Nonplussed. What would be the meaning of nonplussed specifically? So surprised and confused that one is unsure how to react. We kind of had that before. Where it's like... Surprised and confused is like...
Ragnar Duck is Screenshot.
I don't know. I'm not very good at that one. Okay, 3 left. Garbage. Garbage. Garbage.
Garbage.
Garbage. Okay. I don't know how to do her face anyway. Okay, what is singularity? Someone explain what was it binary 64 you told me to act like a singularity? I don't even know what that means. Can we get a wacky one? What would be your wacky suggestion? Okay, giggle is the last one. Giggle is like act like finite. Oh, okay. These glasses have horrible reflections.
Steffi 128 Duck a screenshot.
Could we also do a silly one? Yes. We can also do a silly one. Ads are starting soon, chat.
Hey Matty, you know what
We will
kind
be
of
taking
dog
a break
likes
very
having a bath
shortly.
every day?
Do I know what kind of dog likes having a bath every day? No, I don't, Alan. Karen.
A shampoodle.
A shampoodle? Hilarious. Okay, we're gonna go on ad break in a second, but I'm just gonna do another couple ones just for the lulz. Finish Him, of course, has some legendary properties to it. 1 second, chat. One more. No, where is it? Where are they? Oh, I don't know where they are. Thank you, Rockmat. 14 months. I will thank you properly after the break. Look at him making new thumbnails while Chad is gone. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing, Steffi.
Ragnar Duck a screenshot.
And you're all gonna have a break now. Goodbye.
J. Walter Duck a screenshot.
So they needed a talking to. Did you see that, chat? Did you see his little I don't know what that was. Works. First of all, Exegete, you had a request. You had a request, and I shall honor it. The true, one and only, 69. Congratulations, Exegete. Amazing. Good job. in 2 weeks. We cannot enhance Ben and Jerry. It's a little bit too complex. I wish we could automatically follow them. Wait, what angle is this? Oh my god, I don't even see the angle. Oh! Did you just put star 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 into the angle?
Dr. Duck a screenshot.
So this is kind of interesting. So the man who has not been named was selected from within the ranks of the force. So he was already a police officer. When it's convenient, when it's not, I still live at home. Can you do that one more time?
No, I'm not doing that again. This will be one of the last times that we're going to be able to use peekaboo. Like, see, the snap camera is going away. And I'm very, very...
Is there a limit to how much you can talk about at the hairdresser? I thought hairdressers are like...
Garbage.
Oh, no! No! Blue! Blue! That's the one for today. Nailed it. Elated is when your 10K class compiles the first time. Welcome back, chat. Your audio cue for knowing that we're back from break today is... You probably didn't even hear that because I whistled. Welcome back, chat. Chat, can anyone guess how many screenshots you've taken today? I just checked. I just checked how many screenshots you've made. This stream is 100% human generated and currently live. 69, 47, no. Today, how many screenshots you've taken today? I will add that some of them were taken at exactly the same time and created duplicate files. Are you making a GIF out of all that stuff from earlier? Should I do that, Alan? Should I do that? Chat, you have taken a grand total of 159 screenshots today. 159. Do you think that is an appropriate... 160. 161. 162. Do you think that's an appropriate number of screenshots? Sorry, Marek, but you were closest. 256 is close. Yeah. Oh no, sorry. Alan said 108. Technically, Alan was closest. Jens, I'm beginning to think you only like hearing Hans say your name. Oh, I see what you did. Did we get to 169? 168 currently.
Jens took a screenshot.
That was the 169th.
128 took a screenshot.
Oh no. Steffi, you messed it up. Now we have 170. It's okay, we can just delete some. Shall we breeze through the gallery of screenshots? Let's breeze through the gallery of screenshots, shall we? Let me turn off the green.
J. Walter took a screenshot.
Well, that is a lot of screenshots. Time-lapse confirmed. That could be kind of a cool thing to do. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with them yet. It's a lot of screenshots. I do have screenshots from last stream as well. Like, I've kept some of the good ones that people take. Just because, you know, they are good.
Steffi 1, Steffi 1, 2, 8 Duck Screenshot. J weiter Duck Screenshot. J weiter Screenshot.
I think I might need to turn off this rule or add a cooldown. Hans is indeed German, yes. So, it's time to get into the actual stream today, chat. If anyone takes three screenshots in a row, they get timed out for 5 minutes.
Information. Ones and zeros never lie.
I don't know, sometimes it's useful, you know?
Why?
Sometimes it's useful?
Why?
Wow, that's hilarious. Someone eating breakfast or something. Alright, chat, let's start. Let's get started. Welcome to the Data Cafe. This week's episode has an overarching theme. It is a very, 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 very large episode. There's a lot of articles. We can't go into detail on everything. What I can tell you is that we've missed a lot, chat. We've missed a lot. And some of these articles might be out of date as well, because I've picked up on stuff like from weeks ago and I wrote it down. And yeah, so some stuff you haven't heard of, I can guarantee you though. So let's get started. First article. Bananas IPK sees Apple seeking rights over actual apples. I don't know if anyone heard about this, but this is an absurd situation. Apple is actually trying to patent actual apples. Would you, Adam and Eve it, would you believe this? Also, this article is full of puns, and I do not apologize. Apple has filed a lawsuit in Switzerland seeking to gain IP rights over depictions of apples. This is not a depiction of their logo. This is a depiction of actual apples. This is, for lack of a better word, bananas. Just like this background was. Wilhelm Tell called. I mean, anyway, this is really weird and really bizarre. And basically the main party that disagrees with Apple formally in court is the Fruit Union Suisse, which is a collective of fruit producers that have been around for 111 years. Background has apples. Apple's gonna sue me. Oh no. Get the apples off my stream. Otherwise Apple is gonna try and patent this stream or something. Move them, chat. Do something else. Pick a different fruit. Pick another fruit that doesn't have a company liable to... No, I don't want clowns. I don't want clowns. I already told you so many times. I don't want clowns. Speaking of masks, Rugmat, thank you very much for the 14-month subscription. Where do you want to be, Rugmat? Where do you want to be, and with what color would you like to be? There's still quite a bit free. but it is your choice. I await your decision, Rugmat. Thank you very much for your support. For lack of a better word, bananas. Good clip. Thank you, Joe Walter. Some yellow. Somewhere. Yellow somewhere. Okay. Fine, Rugmat. I did it. Are you ready? There you are, Rugmat. In yellow. Thank you very much for your support, and everybody else, whether you're being here or contributing financially. Thank you very much. So, Apple's trying to basically patent the actual fruit.
Garbage.
What's interesting is that Apple tried to do this already in 2017. They did this by submitting a black and white depiction of a Granny Smith to the Swiss Institute of Intellectual Property. I'm not sure why they're doing this in Switzerland. Like, I didn't find this article just because I'm in Switzerland. I found this article because it's on PC Gamer. Does anyone know what the implication or like what the reason could be why they're filing this in Switzerland? It doesn't make a lot of sense here why they're doing this in Switzerland. Switzerland is like a relatively small market for them compared to other places. Maybe there's like a precedence or something. I don't know. The Swiss IP Institute did not give Apple everything it wanted, but it did grant some rights, and then it cited a legal principle about generic imagery of common items to deny most others. So basically, this is what Apple is appealing. What does Minute Maid have to say about this? That's a good question. If you're wondering why opposers might make a big deal about a fairly generic image of an apple being trademarked, it's because if Apple could get this, it would basically give the company something of a legal bludgeon to wield over any image of an apple with similar in shape and of any color. So that's a real problem. Is it a PR stunt, Merrick? Doesn't really follow Apple's traditional path of PR. If we look at their general PR is basically product releases. Like, oh, we just released this cool thing, check it out, and huge keynotes, and oh, privacy is amazing, and blah, blah, blah. Nestle is one of the biggest producers of apple juice. So you're saying this is they're trying to create a precedent so that they can attack another company that has business in apples? I don't know. I would love someone with like a background in intellectual property law and stuff like that to explain this. Privacy is amazing, but I don't understand why Apple, which is what could be considered a fairly, let's say, moral company, all things considered. I don't know why they're doing this. It's very weird. So Switzerland isn't the only place that they've done this. Apple has also done this in Armenia, Israel, Japan, and Turkey. So I don't know what the deal is with this. I don't know what the deal with this. Maybe they're trying to do this in a lot of different smaller countries that aren't part of a particular alliance or something, and then using that as a legal basis for the US, or I don't know, chat. It's very weird. Anyway, it's not as bad as all of you primers in chat. It's a huge corporation. There's only one driving factor: greed. That is correct. Speaking of greed, here's Amazon. And all of you primers in chat, I'm sorry to tell you, but apparently you've been duped. You've been duped to enrolling into Amazon Prime. You didn't actually want Prime. The Federal Trade Commission alleges that Amazon used manipulative and deceptive user interface designs to trick consumers. Oh dear. The FTC is suing Amazon. That's right. The government authority in the US is suing Amazon for enrolling everyone into Amazon Prime. So all of you primers in chat, very sorry. You weren't ever supposed to have Prime. You've been tricked. Apple's technically allowed to get such an IP, which will need a big court case to remove it, probably just because I can. Maybe. It's hard to say what's going to happen, Roy Leasy. Only driving factor is awesome hardware and software design. Sorry. Woo! That one came out of nowhere, chat. I do like Apple products, but I don't understand that. So I wonder what kind of tactics Amazon has used. So this is interesting because not only are they saying, oh, you used, terrible tactics. Apparently they have knowledge of a secret project called Iliad. A secret Amazon project called Iliad. What does Iliad mean? One of two major ancient Greek epic poems attributed to Homer. Oh? One of the oldest extant works of literature. As with Odyssey, the poem is divided into 24 books, written in dactylic hexameter. It contains 15,693 lines. Wow. The poem depicts significant events in the siege's final weeks. Quarrel between King Agamemnon and celebrated warrior Achilles. Interesting. Chilaxathor, hello and welcome to the stream. It's good to have you. It's good to have you. Chilaxathor, how have you been? It's been a while. We haven't seen each other in a while. Apple will probably get the IP. Masses will be mad and then they will release it, just like the Mama Shop. I forgot. Mama Shop? Releasey, what are you on about? The lawsuit marks the first time that the agency has brought Amazon to court since its chair took the helm in 2021. Manipulative, coercive, or deceptive user interface designs known as dark patterns. The option to purchase items on Amazon without subscribing to Prime was more difficult in many cases. It also said that consumers were sometimes presented with a button to complete their transactions, which did not clearly state it would also enroll them into Prime. This is not surprising. This is a standard practice for a lot of companies, is to not clearly state what you're opting into. Whether it's, legal opt-in or whether it's buying a product. From a legal point of view, they can only challenge it in a certain field. For example, mobile phones. In general, of course, this is not possible. Yeah, I agree with you, Marek. I don't think it's possible for Apple to get a general trademark for an Apple. Nice lens, by the way. How are you? I am doing fine. It's the weekend, so I'm very excited. Chilaxathor says, it's okay. I'm working on my Go skills mostly. Chilaxathor, have you thought about streaming your Go skills? You must watch a lot of Bash Bunny. Bash Bunny is a Go programmer. Ah, trademark on the word mama. Oh. Trademark on the word mama. Interesting. Friday! Happy Friday! Oh, you spaced out. That's how much you've been learning, you see. So apparently, the company also slowed or rejected changes that made canceling the subscription easier. It argued that those patterns were in violation of the FTC Act and another law in the US called the Restore Online Shoppers Confidence Act. That implies that we ever had confidence in online shopping. Who of you ever had online confidence? Because I don't know if I ever did. I need to get into Go. So hard to focus on one thing. It is very hard to focus on one thing. There was another, but I can't find it. It was a common English word. They got bullied into releasing the IP. So there is a precedent for this. Focus! Hey, Dust. Listen, Dust. I think we found the limitations of Atom today. About 40 minutes ago in chat, everyone was trying to take a screenshot at the same time. Where shall I write this? Yeah, that. Chad.
Steffi 128
Maybe the TTS was a bad idea. Yes, it is using TTS, and maybe the TTS was a bad idea. I just had the same thought as you. Chill, Hans. Okay, chat, you can't do that anymore. Because that's making a lot of requests. I had confidence in Amazon for a while. I had great experiences over and over, and then they started selling out to ad revenue and in-house products. Oh, yes. Please don't. There's a fair use policy that says don't hook it up to chat messages. Oh. I didn't do that. What? No way. I didn't do that. There's a reason I have the ability to block usage of it for people remotely. Time to use macOS TTS. That's true. I could use the terminal say command instead. We could use the say command. Okay, small excursion, chat. Small excursion. Small excursion. Also, oh, Dust, now I can show you. Look at this, okay? You're telling me that this is faster than before? There's a lot of lag still on the rules. Even smaller rules like these, there's still quite a lot of lag on them. But anyway, it doesn't matter so much because I don't really open rules. But Atom execute shell command. What was it for Mac? I forget. Not for everything? Ah, okay, good. What was the Mac thing for? What was the volume thing? V. Your say is using Swedish? Download YouTube. What? Ah, here we go. Say blah 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 blah. Rate. You can change the rate. Ah, here we go. This is the V thing. If you have English UK, if you have US, you have much more options. What are the name of the voices? Probably Kate. Say V Kate. Also fun stuff for you in Discord. Ooh. Wow, Dust, really? Holy moly. Chat, Adam is doing some fire stuff. Okay, so where's the volume thing? I forget what it was for volume. I know there was a thing for volume. Here it is. Okay, so we have to do... Okay, we have to try it. I didn't hear anything.
Hello.
Oh! Okay, so Kate is not a voice that we have. That's why. Who do we have as voice samples? Ah, here we go. Karen! We do have a Karen. You're joking. Sent you a DM on Discord with poor Swedish TTS.
Hello.
Okay. Say, can I use variables in here, Dust? I can't, can I? How? Where's the thing? I need a variable. How can I know what the variable is called? I want the person... Oh, it's broken. Okay, I just need to know what the user who redeemed the... Okay, ADEM settings. Show page descriptions. Bottom option. Really? I know what I'm doing? I understand what I'm doing. I accept this cannot be turned off later. Any adverse behavior will not be supported by the ADEM team. Okay. Ah. It's internally flagged as trust me, bro. Okay. Wait, but I might need the German voice. I don't think there's a German one. Manage voices. We need to get a German one. Hold on. German. Where's Hans?
Hallo, ich heiße Eddie.
Hallo, ich heiße Flo.
Markus?
Hallo, ich heiße Markus und ich bin eine deutsche Stimme.
Victor?
Hallo, ich heiße Viktor und ich bin eine deutsche Stimme.
Hallo, ich heiße Yannick und ich bin eine deutsche Stimme.
Okay, Yannick is good. Trust me, bro. Exactly. Let's try Yannick.
Unknown user took a screenshot.
Okay, chat. I implore you to go ham on the screenshot tool now. And we're gonna see how well Atom handles it now.
Walter took a screenshot. Düse took a screenshot. Düse took a screenshot.
There is a limitation of how often it can... There's a limitation of how often it can toggle a filter in OBS. I think that's the thing. Because there's an automatic delay in how fast it can take a screenshot. Purely based on that. So that is a hardware limitation. Thanks for stopping by, Dust. I didn't know about that. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't get you into too much trouble. But let me know if there's any issue with the TTS. So, back to this chat. So Amazon duped you all into getting Prime. I'll write the bill out to you personally. Yeah, of course.
Walter took a screenshot.
Is it too loud? Might be a bit too loud, right? Might need to adapt that a little bit.
Unknown user took a screenshot.
Hans's voice was funnier, but this works too. So, the most surprising news for me was reading about this piece of news in a country that is not known for being lax when it comes to security or data protection. The Swiss customs authorities are suspected of misusing a database full of wanted persons data. Let's dive into this a little bit. Basically, the Swiss Customs Authority is responsible for the security of our borders, which we have a lot of because we are a landlocked country. But the data protection watchdog is examining media allegations that customs officials gained unauthorized access to a federal police database. There's a database here called REPOL. REPOL is a database of wanted persons, stolen vehicles, and missing persons, weapons, and artwork. And it's used for law enforcement, right, to help them do things. But it is a very, very sensitive database. And apparently, there are indications that there are violations of how this database was used. And that's a very, very serious accusation. So, yeah, there are some whistleblowers that said, basically, that reported this. But there isn't anything else being reported about this at the moment. So I would need to dig into this a little bit more, but this was a little bit shocking to me to read. Has anyone here ever heard of Zalando? I don't know if you know the big, very, very large fashion retailer. Fast fashion retailer. Zalando is fighting a potential law in the EU called the Digital Services Act. And it's kind of unusual that Zalando is the one that filed a lawsuit rather than a company like, I don't know, Google or Microsoft. And essentially, there was a law revealed by the EU called the Digital Services Act. This was done on 26th of April. Amazon, Bing, Wikipedia make a list of these very large platforms in the EU, and basically you need to, they need to announce or let's say diverge. They need to, what's the word I'm looking for? Disclose. They need to disclose certain types of information to the EU, like how many daily active users they have and stuff like that. Now, Zalando, a fashion company, okay, they filed a legal challenge at the Court of Justice at the European Union. So this is the official court of the EU. Divest? The fashion retailer is contesting its designation as a very large online platform, a so-called VLOP, by the European Commission. VLOPs have extra obligations to manage systemic risks. The entire premise of this law is that large platforms have a larger obligation to fulfill in terms of security and privacy and data protection and all that stuff, because they have such a massive stake in society. Like X, for example, aka Twitter, which apparently is rumored at the moment that they're going to be removing the function to block users. And as Twitter is classified, or X is definitely classified as a VLOP under the EU, this might not be actually legal in the EU, right? Because they have certain obligations by their platform. They might not be able to provide a platform that doesn't have the feature to block other users because it's a safety problem, right? Anyway, so Zalando has apparently said they don't want to be considered a VLOP. A VLOP is 45 million users or more, which is interesting because Zalando's website says that it serves over 50 million active customers. So technically they qualify as a VLOP just for that single purpose, criteria. Why does Zalando not want to be a VLOP? Well, if you're a VLOP, then you are under this unique oversight structure from the European Commission. Under this framework, the Commission itself is the primary regulator for all very large online platforms and very large online search engines, while other platforms will be under the supervision of member states where they are established. So it basically means you get governed and controlled more. You get kind of handpicked, right? So you can see very large online platforms. We have Amazon, Alibaba, Booking.com, Facebook, Google Play, Google Maps, Google Shopping, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Snapchat, TikTok, Twitter, X, Wikipedia, YouTube, and Zalando. Very large online search engines have been classified as Bing and Google Search. Anyway, so that's an interesting piece of news there. It's interesting that Zalando's the one to push back. But anyway. ChatGPT. This is actually not a generative AI article. This is a OpenAI article because the company behind ChatGPT is facing a lawsuit. They're actually facing multiple lawsuits now. This is just one of them. But this is the main lawsuit. There is a class action lawsuit against OpenAI for the creation of ChatGPT using copyright and privacy, violated the copyright and privacy of millions of people when it scraped the internet to train its technology. And while it was offering a free version, that isn't necessarily an issue. But now that they have a paid version of the tool, they are earning money from this trained model that they trained on data that they allegedly did not have the rights to. So, chat, how do you feel about this one? A lot of you have used ChatGPT or Bard or other generative AI in the past weeks, months. I myself have used ChatGPT frequently in the past months. How does it make you feel knowing that a company is profiting from potentially violating copyright and privacy of individuals on the internet, right? Does it make you uncomfortable? Or do you say, well, when you publish something on the internet, you don't have a right to copyright anymore because it's public? What's your feeling on that, chat? Because I think there's probably a few different takes on this topic. My personal take, I'm torn. I don't know that copyright is particularly a righteous thing to start with. That's a very interesting comment, Exegete. I think the main problem for me is how we define copyright in the first place. And I think that's kind of what you're getting at with your comment as well. How do we define something as copyright? And how do we determine originality? How do we say that someone has exclusive rights to something? I think that's a very murky area at the moment, because there are very weird copyright laws in place that stipulate certain times periods, like 70 years for this and 162 years for that, and all of those things they seem very arbitrary, you know? Copyright law seems very arbitrary. So I don't really know if it's possible to talk about copyright on a global scale, because copyright laws also differ between countries and territories massively. We were just talking about IP before. So it's a really tricky topic. Overall, I think these developments in LLMs and generative AI are fantastic, right? They bring a lot of interesting content out there. No one needs the stupid generative AI LinkedIn posts anymore, but it's an interesting phase now that we're in, where there isn't really any regulation yet. As Marek says, it's a Pandora's box that can't be closed anymore. That's right. Once you've gone down this path, now we are on that path and we have to figure out how to deal with it. So it is for sure very interesting. The lawsuit against OpenAI is pretty interesting, because they're trying to create a legal basis that you cannot scrape the internet just like that to create a product without somehow recognizing that all of these millions of users that write things on the internet or post images on the internet or videos, that it's their creation and they have some kind of right to it. And I'm not going to argue with that point, because I also create content on the internet like now, and I can't tell you in good conscience, I can't tell you that what I'm creating right now I'm putting on the internet and I don't want to have any rights to it, because that's not true. What I'm creating right now, what I'm putting on the internet, I feel like I have some right to it because I am creating it. And I think that's not such an absurd ask. Hi, Cronary. How are you doing? It's good to see you again. It's been a while. Are you streaming right now? I thought I saw a go live message for you. Oh, you are. I love that you're live right now. That's hilarious. So anyway, I do feel like I have a right to the content that I'm creating online. Is it the same for everyone creating content? Do those rules apply to everyone? I don't think it's the same. I don't think it can be the same. I think that's the hard part about privacy and copyright law. You know, if someone takes this and copies it and then reformulates some of the words and then publishes it on their own, is it then theirs? Do they own it? It's a very, very complicated stance. Hi, Cypher Enigma. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Cronary, are you listening to the stream while you work? Or are you listening to music? I think it's not right to profit from others' work, but when you copyright images of apples or try to cancel people for having the name of your programming language in their domain name, yes. Yes. That is indeed a very challenging situation. It's not easy. It's not easy. So we'll see what comes of this. Speaking of lawsuits, here's one for you. The core of the system is good, but it is heavily abused. Yeah, I agree. Here's a fun one for you, chat. There has been the first ever major fine for a company using Google Analytics. I kid you not. A 1 million euro fine was levied against 4 companies in Sweden for using Google Analytics on their websites. Can you prove financial damage caused by an LLM reading your book and summarizing it? That's a very difficult question, Exegete. How do you prove anything? How do you prove damages? I mean, the whole idea of having to prove damages to be entitled to damages, right? Marek is waiting for cases like Stack Overflow when they stole the content and then the given service ceases to exist. Interesting. Yes, that is not so simple. Oh, this is such a difficult topic, chat, really. Copyright law is just so immensely complicated. But I'm here for it, chat. I'm totally here for it. So, Google Analytics is not illegal. Let's just get that out of the way. It's not an expense. Well, it's an expense, not a fine, yes. 1 million is still small potatoes. But it is, it creates precedent, right? Google Analytics isn't illegal, but the basis for this is the unlawful EU-US data transfer. That's basically the thing. So yeah, the fines are relatively small. Tele2 is like 1,300,000 Swedish kroner against another retailer. And so there's been a lot of talk about, yes, Google Analytics violates the GDPR because of the EU-US data transfers if it's not set up properly. You can set it up in a way to be compliant, just FYI. You can set up Google Analytics to be compliant, but it was set up in a way to be not compliant. So in most cases, the EU-US transfers of data are illegal, according to privacy law. And many people don't know this, and so this is a warning to your company. If you use Google Analytics and it's not set up properly and you're in the EU, yes, you are eligible to be fined now. This is 100% certain legal basis for you to be fined for not properly adhering to privacy law. There's no two words about it. It is the law and you have to abide by it. So anyway, here's a great article. We're not going to read the whole article. Like I said, today there's so many articles to get through. The problematic fakery of Lil Miquela, an exploration of virtual influencers and realness. All of the articles that you see on stream are going to be on my Patreon recap. In the end, it's always a business decision whether or not to have GAs on the site. That's correct, Forex. So, Lil Miquela, or Lil Miquela, is a virtual AI influencer, a CGI avatar. So Lil Miquela is the poster child of this movement at the moment. And what's really kind of creepy about this concept is how real is this? How real is this really, right? Because she doesn't exist. This woman, Lil Miquela, does not exist. And do the people commenting know that? Are the people who follow her aware of the fact that she doesn't exist? And I think that's the issue in this, is that it's not really transparent. Like there isn't like a huge thing plastered over this picture of like, you know, like a little AI tag or something, you know? There isn't like a huge obvious thing here that this woman doesn't exist. And I think that's the issue for me. I don't know about for you, chat. But it is weird. It is weird. Miquela claims she is an AI robot, a fictitious entity acting as a human, manifested as a lifelike robot. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. Of her millions of young followers, how many of them are fully conscious of her misrepresentation? See, exactly my question. Truth in Advertising, the industry watchdog, is calling for FTC reform. Scroll by fast and you can't spot the difference, and that's the very draw of Miquela. Miquela attempts to pass as human, and that is the difference between Miquela versus a cartoon AI, which is not attempting to pass as human. Any more realistic, and it's nefarious, and any less realistic, and it's tryhard. But while majority notice the fakery, they're still left confused. And the thing is like, the questions here, the questions here are, sorry, I meant to zoom. Why can't I zoom? Why can't I zoom? Hello? I'm just trying to zoom. Oh, you can't zoom on the photo. The questions here, I really wonder. This question, do you have a period? Does this person know that she doesn't exist? Why would you ask this question? Why would you ask this question? And it's just so... I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is that it's probably not a good thing. Virtual people do not have the same legal protection as normal humans. That's also true, Forex, yes. Under the line, at the bottom line, I do not approve of this, and I highly encourage you to read this article. It has a lot of very interesting information in it. And before the ads kick in a minute, Illinois has passed the first law in the US to protect and compensate child influencers. So this is a law designed to protect children who appear in their parents' social media content or who also create content themselves. And this is very, very, very important because this entitles them to compensation, because there are a lot of parents out there that are using their children for profit without the children necessarily benefiting from that. So it is a really, really cool thing, and it will go into effect on 1st of July 2024. Is the AI influencer really any more fake than the actual human influencers? Well, the AI influencer does not have a body. What about pictures posted in Facebook? I think this covers everything. It covers everything under the age of 18 to a percentage of earnings based on how often they appear on video blogs or online content that generate at least 10 cents per view. That's the calculation that they do. But anyway, we are going to take a short 3-minute break. You will see some clips of the stream. You will see the bunnies, possibly, on the bunny cam. And we will be right back. Get a little snack, get something to drink, chill, whatever. And we'll see each other in just a few minutes. Ciao! Are you ready to put your SQL skills to the test? Look no further than SQL Builder, the ultimate video game for database enthusiasts. In SQL Builder, you'll play as a database administrator tasked with building and maintaining a large database for a fictional company. As you progress through the game, you'll encounter a variety of challenges that will require you to write and troubleshoot SQL code. From creating tables and indices to optimizing database operation performance, SQL Builder will push you to continuously optimize and stay on top of your game. So if you're ready to take your SQL skills to the next level and have a blast doing it, don't miss out on SQL Builder, the ultimate SQL coding game. Yeah, sounds fun to me. I would play it. What? Ah! What's wrong with my face? Someone said something's wrong with my face. What's wrong with my face? Didn't see that coming. Thank you very much, whoever that was. I heard the sound. Woo! First and first again. Quesnock, you're doing pretty well today. 29 degrees. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. I am very pleased with myself. That's the one for today. Volume should be between 0 and 1. Oh, it's a volume problem. It's a volume problem.
No.
Okay. Thank you, Rugmat. Thank you very much. Wow.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. I am very impressed at that particular...
Garbage.
For a really long time. Oh no. I see that chat has gone ham on Thor's hammer again. T. Drayson has struck Yoast with Thor's hammer. Yikes. Well, when you want to learn, teach me again. I shall teach you again, Dr. Dynamite. How to stream. By showing you all the things not to do while streaming today. Oh my god.
Do it wrong. I'll write it and we'll do it wrong.
Oh my god. Oh, did you just DDoS my memes? What the Wow. Okay. So that was the first time that Rugmat DDoSed my stream with memes. And that was a pretty special time, not gonna lie. That was a pretty special experience. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. If you're wondering whether we're back or not, because we have clips playing during the break, here is your audio cue to let you know that we're back. Boop, 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 boop. I hope all of you took a break, had a chance to refresh yourself, get some water, get a snack maybe. Welcome back, Royal Easy. We are continuing with today's Data Cafe episode. Beep, 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 beep. I am an AI pretending to be a human. This article. So we are into the hardware and IRL category of the Data Cafe. And honestly, this article is incredible. The story behind this is incredible. This is the story of a man who registered a vanity plate with the word null in an attempt to not pay any traffic violations. And for those of you who are non-techies, because the techies understand this one, null can help you avoid traffic fines because trying to write null into a database results in an empty field because the word null means empty in database language. So that's the science behind this big brain move. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, as you'll see in this article. This is actually a very funny... So, the IT professional says that he didn't do anything wrong. A California man recently devised a cunning plot to never be held responsible for any parking or traffic tickets ever again. A plot that spectacularly backfired. This was at DEF CON last year, I believe. 2021. Oh wow, how did this come up so old? Interesting. Anyway, he registered a vanity plate with null. I thought he chose null as a vanity plate because he was a software developer and he thought it would be funny. No, he chose a vanity plate with null because if all went to plan, anything issued to the plate null wouldn't be issued at all. Null is not an empty string, it is a special value that means unknown. Yes, Surly. I reduced the complexity of what null is for non-technical users. Of course, null is a particular state in the database. We all know that as tech people. But that was for a short. That was for YouTube. That was for a YouTube short. Because I make shorts while I'm live. So that was that, okay? I know that null's not an empty string, but that's what it equates to in the end. Hi, Davkind. Good to see you again. So this was fine for a year. For a year was no problem. Hi, YouTube. Don't be making shorts. Why should I not be making shorts? Give all your attention to us. Well, then you need to give me all of your attention. Anyone who's lurking, you shouldn't be lurking then. You shouldn't be lurking on my stream. If you don't want me to make YouTube shorts, if you don't want me to duplicate my content while I'm live, then you also need to give me all of your attention. I'm giving you all of my attention. It's only fair, no? Don't you think? Isn't it like it's like an exchange. I'm here for like 3 or 4 hours, and then people expect they just show up for 10 minutes and be like, "Hey, I'm here for 10 minutes. Give me all of your attention right now. I'm here. I'm the most important." And I should somehow listen to that, you know? I'm giving you 4 hours of my time. Look, I'm giving you 4 hours of my time, okay? 4 hours of blocks, okay? These are 4-hour blocks. And someone comes in like here and is like, starts yelling at me, starts swearing at me in chat, like, why aren't you paying attention to me? Well, because in a 4-hour space, you are occupying only 2 minutes of that space. But I do my best to address everyone, as you know, chat. I do my best. How did you figure me out so fast? Oh, Ginny, you're not like that at all. So for the first year, it was fine because he owned the plate. But when he tried to renew it, when he entered null into the online site, it broke the page. So after that, his car got a parking ticket, which an event that triggered thousands and thousands of dollars worth of tickets to be mailed to his house. So now he's apparently on the hook for $12,000 in fines. Obviously, he doesn't drive very carefully if he has $12,000 in fines. Hey, I'm just landing my plane in MSFS after the community fly-in stream, and I need to get to my mum's in a minute to put her to bed. That sounds very lovely, Surly. Apparently, a privately operated citation processing center kept a database of outstanding tickets attributed to a null plate. These are tickets with missing or incomplete plate data, not plates that literally read null. Oh, so basically, all of the null tickets were assigned to him. So they canceled the original $12,000 debt, but as of now, the system still shows $6,000 in tickets attributed to his plate. Wow. Absolutely incredible. So there was unfortunately a tragedy a few weeks back that I'm sure many of you heard of. The Ocean Gate submarine tragedy, which is terrible. It's a terrible tragedy. But let's be honest, it was foreseeable. It was foreseeable that going down into the depths of the ocean, which are extremely dangerous, right? Even in a well-built submarine is still a dangerous thing to do. And the steering, it has come out that the steering in this particular submarine was a $30 Logitech gamepad. So I don't know about you, but I wouldn't feel comfortable. Like, I would get in this sub, even if I'd done all my research and said I'm still okay with it. I would get in this sub, I would inspect it, and I would say, nope. That would be my 100% guaranteed reaction. Stepping into the sub would be nope, and I would leave. There's no way that I would descend into the ocean in something that had a controller like that. Now, I don't know about you, chat, but that seems very far-fetched. What if they had a backup controller? No, still no. Also, hello, Panda Poopums, and welcome back to the chat. Good to have you. There was also a cool story that when there was no US address, so they filled in an address at the geographic center of the US. Yes! Didn't she have a toilet in her yard or something?
Wow.
Something about that?
Wow.
Like, was also with IP lookup, was when they couldn't resolve the IP address, it was literally the middle of the country. With fresh batteries. Why is it a no? They don't really go wrong. Okay, so when you pay... What if it was an Xbox controller? No, Cat, you're misunderstanding me, okay? When you pay millions of dollars to a company that has spent billions of dollars in research in how to descend deep into the ocean in a submerged vehicle, then I would not have a lot of faith or trust in a company that takes a controller from any main brand. I would prefer them to manufacture things themselves. This is just it's just my opinion, right? I'm entitled to it. It may be completely weird, but what I'm telling you, chat, is I would feel uncomfortable with them taking anything off the shelf from anywhere, because it means those components haven't been tested for the use case that they wanted to do. Besides that, I'm not going 12,000 feet into the depths of the ocean in a thing that looked like a toy. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. OceanGate is a fun thing to ask ChatGPT about because it abuses its old training. Oh wow, really? Interesting. This company despised the knowledge of old white men building submarines, so they had a young girl build it. Yes. Just because you reject common knowledge about something doesn't mean that that knowledge was wrong. Of course it's fun to innovate and experiment, but never at the cost of safety, ever, especially in a situation like this. So anyway, all 5 people in the vessel died when it imploded underneath the water. You can ask it, I'm thinking about going on a trip on an OceanGate submarine. What do you think? Oh gosh. Yeah, it doesn't have knowledge of current events. Yeah. This is basically what the sub looked like. And I don't know what I would imagine a sub to look like when you spend billions of dollars in R&D, but I don't imagine it to look like this. That's not it. When I see this, I do not think, hey, that's a machine I want to go 2,000 meters into the depths of the ocean in. That's not what I'm thinking of. No. Yeah, and they added like some weird controller tips and stuff. Anyway, what's really funny about this is the only funny part, is that this controller was completely sold out all over the place after this. Anyway, enough about tragedy. Let's talk about safety. It adds precision. The only positive information is that they died in 9 milliseconds, which is so fast they couldn't have realized it. That's quite true, yes. Let's talk about safety. Seeing as we just talked about a submarine imploding in 9 milliseconds. James Cameron worked out he's spent more time on the Titanic than the captain. Is that true, Surly Dev? Let's talk about safety, chat. Particularly seatbelts. Yes, if you're reacting like I did, then you're also wondering, why is Apple working to reinvent the seatbelt? So Skoda already has seatbelt buttons that light up, but Apple wants to go even further because the red button is apparently too old-fashioned. So Apple will not confirm what it's doing, by the way, because you don't even know about Apple Car yet. But they have patented some kind of mechanism that a seatbelt and buckle could light up red when you need to see them, but turn back to being the same color as the rest of the seat when you're wearing it. So... what? Like... I don't know what to make of this one, chat. I really don't. Who looks at a seatbelt socket? Yeah. I don't really understand this. Safety dance. Hi, ChedDev. I don't really understand this safety thing. So back in 2019, by the way, they wanted to include speakers and media controls in seatbelt sockets. But anyway, that didn't happen. One more thing to break and make money. Yeah, probably. When you get into the Apple Car, then you will see a bright red seatbelt buckles. But then when you have put one on, the red light turns off and the belt restraint may be uncolored, i.e. colored according to the nominal color of the opaque structure. So the buckle button will light up when to help you find it. Could be useful in situations where it's not clear whose seatbelt is whose or which buckle they should be inserted into. I could see color coding the seatbelts at the back of the car because it's confusing sometimes whose buckle is which. But it's so useful because Skoda's already done it. I don't know, like Apple's not really coming into something new here. Ooh, you have a YouTube video for me. Let's take a look at that. Full citation, 36 seconds.
As does my friend Bob Ballard. I've made 33 dives. I actually calculated that I've spent more time on the ship than the captain did back in the day.
Wow, that's impressive. Confusion that is easily solved with 2 words. Your subscription to the bonus package has just expired. Your security belts are no longer active. Yeah, I don't really understand. Does anyone know about Apple Car? Like, does anyone really know about it? I haven't really read or heard much about it at all. But sounds like it's gonna be really expensive. Great, another thing I won't be able to afford. No, only that it's maybe a thing soon, TM, exactly. Well, anyway, something that you can get and afford. Who of you likes mechanical keyboards? The Apple Car will only run on roads that Apple built. So you need Apple Road, and then you need Apple Car, and then you need an Apple charger for your car, because it's going to be a proprietary charger. Chat, who likes mechanical keyboards here? And who likes mechanical keyboards because of the sound that they make? Because I have something for you. Don't forget your Apple phone to activate the car. Absolutely. Absolutely. I have something for you, chat. Someone made a machine to generate mechanical keyboard sounds that are much, much louder than intended. Because basically, you need to build a keyboard, mechanically speaking, you need to build one that is as disruptive as possible, right? But what about building a separate machine to make the keyboard activity as disruptive as possible? Now, I wouldn't say to do this for a private office. I wouldn't say to do this in an open office. But if you have your own office, like I do, I could see this being a thing. Sorry, this playlist is too aggressive. This started as a joke who were already teasing about the distinct sound of the mechanical keyboard. This machine, based on a teensy microcontroller, sits between any USB keyboard and its host computer, intercepting keystrokes and using a small solenoid to tap on a block of wood. This is not a speaker, Panda. This taps on a block of wood every time there is a keystroke. There's also a bell inside that rings when the enter key is pressed, which is like a return carriage on typewriter. Who would like to hear what this sounds like? Are you ready, chat? The shift key the shift key does the power up sound, and the delete key does the other one. Honestly, chat, I don't hate it. I actually really like it. I actually really like it. I think it sounds really good. It's genius, and what's really cool about it is it works with any keyboard because it sits between the USB connector. So you don't have to worry about not having a mechanical keyboard. You can all have a clicky keyboard, and then you can turn off when it gets annoying. Yes, and it makes the Mario sounds, exactly. So the Mario sound is like when it gets bigger with the shift key, and the delete key when smaller. And the sounds the keys produce can sometimes be decoded. You have to be careful about that, by the way. Sound is a thing now. You can be hacked via sound. But anyway, that is another topic for another day. I have been considering getting myself a mechanical keyboard. I've been considering getting a mechanical keyboard because this keyboard is a little bit old. Let me show you which keyboard I have, actually. I have the Logi, this, you know, Mac OS. It's really hefty. Like, I like the weight of it. So if I got a mechanical keyboard, I would want something that's also heavy. But yeah, the battery is really worn, and the keys are kind of wearing down a lot, and I just thought it might be nice to have a new keyboard, but I haven't really decided on it yet. I could see the confusion on your face trying to find the opposite of power up. Yeah, what is the opposite of power up? It's like, opposite of power up is like lose down, or like D something down. I don't know. I like the Logitech low profile mechanical keyboards. Yep, I've seen those. They're pretty colorful. It actually looks really nice. Sorry, boss. My Apple car only let me get 82% of the way here today. I'm waiting for them to patch it. I have to walk the rest of the way. What I won't do, Exegete, what I will not do is get a split keyboard. I will not get a split keyboard. I have seen split keyboards. I have heard every possible argument, every single possible explanation for why you should have a split keyboard. It's not going to happen, ever. I will not type on a split keyboard. I am open to trying one of those angled ones that isn't, so the keyboard isn't like this, it's like that, to have a more natural hand position, but I'm not getting a split keyboard. I'm not being one of those people, like, I'm just not doing it. It's not happening. Like alternate layouts, and you can type 240 words per minute. When do you ever need to type 240 words per minute? What are you writing? Are you writing like a novel? That's the irony of this statement, is like developers going, oh, I get a split keyboard so I can type 240 words per minute. It's like, you never need to write code at 240 words per minute. It's just, what? It doesn't make any sense to me, you know? Really doesn't. You should get a split keyboard if you like a split keyboard. That makes sense. I have an explanation that I personally like. You keep the drink with the straw between your hands drinking whilst you type. Okay, I can't do that. I want to hold my water and not use a straw. So, what about a vertical mouse? For me, a must for programmers. So I've been using the MX Master for a very long time. A lot of you like the MX Master. I know about that. I think I could see vertical mouse. I do use a mouse a lot. So I could see vertical mouse being a thing, yes. I have 2 angled ergonomic keyboards. You cannot write code at 240 words per minute. Okay, that's good to know. That requires I have thought up to 240 words per minute. That's true, Ginny. I also can't think that fast. I got a split keyboard for shoulder pain. It really helped. Okay, that makes sense to me. I can understand that. I don't have shoulder pain, so, you know. Hi, when do they change the order of the keys so we can type faster? Hi, Marcy. The order of the keys, I mean, you can change them yourself on a mechanical keyboard, most of them. I guess. I mean, you cannot write code at 240 words per minute unless you're Primogen. Even, I would argue that Primogen, even at peak speed, doesn't code at 240 words per minute. There are bursts of like fast coding, but I don't think it results in an average of 240. I wish the MX Master was better at macros. You know, Ginny, I literally don't have that many macros that I use for it. I swap desktops, and that's more or less it. I use it for the the mission control and stuff like that, but otherwise I don't really use macros on it at all. I needed 200 words per minute 2 days ago. I had to make a full chat system in a website because a senior, apparently they gave the wrong deadline to the client. What? You had to make a full chat system in a website. In how much time? That sounds incredible. I can't do split keyboards because my left hand covers extra keys because that's how I learned to type. Left hand index covers all the way over to 7. Oh, really? That's really far, Panda. That's really far. Wow, 8 hours. Why are the letters on the keyboard arranged exactly like this so that the keyboard vendor can write their brand name in one line? ASDF? Is that a keyboard vendor? I don't know, I type fast, I'm not going to bother changing. Yeah, I also type pretty quickly, but I never have a need to type fast, you know? With voice dictation going the way it's going, I don't think any of us are going to need to type fast in the future anyway. So investing in a solution to type faster seems like a waste of money, in my opinion. But again, I could be completely wrong. I don't know. Anyway, chat, let's get into the startups and tech section. Let's go for it. Speaking of fast, oh, that segue. There is a Nature article, and it's already out of date, by the way. Voice dictation typing symbols. What are you going to be like if open parentheses? Okay, no, I mean for programming, it's a bit of a different. Keyboards are like this because of the mechanical typewriters. Yes, basically, something was like that a long time ago, so they just kept it that way. Exactly, Marcy.
What are the odds?
Exactly. So, anyway, IBM, their quantum computer, passes a calculation milestone. And basically, this milestone has already been usurped in the meantime. This article came out in June. Google's quantum computer already beat this milestone. So the whole thing at the moment is quantum computing. And if you want to understand quantum computing, I actually have a good explanation for you, chat. Because I looked up quantum computing to try and understand the implication of it. And this is the explanation you need. Currently, a bit in a system can only be either 1 or 0. In quantum computing, that bit can be both at the same time. And that has huge implications for how computers calculate things, which in the case of quantum computing is obviously super fast. Super fast. And that's basically the simple explanation. As to why the bit is then different, like I can't explain the intricacies of it. But quantum computing is a significant milestone. Just remember that. There is a 2023 developer survey from the Stack Overflow community. Bit go brrr, indeed, Cypher Enigma. So, who of you has ever used Stack Overflow before? I have. So here is the 2023 developer survey from Stack Overflow. This is the voice of the developer. Here is the survey. It has different categories. It's a really, 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 really long post, which is cool. But I'm just gonna go through a couple of parts of it, because I'm not concerned about the developer thing. I'm concerned about one thing in particular, which is about the analyst part. Let me show you this. Where was it again? Databases. I hear people use it when they write bugs. I've never done that. Fair point, Panda. So, Stack Overflow. According to Stack Overflow, the most popular databases are Postgres, MySQL, and SQLite, with MongoDB coming in at 25%. What shocked me was Microsoft SQL Server. Now, I want you to remember something, chat. I want you to remember something about a survey. When they ask you the question, what databases are you using? Stack Overflow is a place to ask questions when you have problems. So these databases are representative of distribution in the market, but also what problems people have. Now, I feel like Microsoft SQL Server having 25% seems like a very high number in proportion to probably the number of installations, but that's just my feeling. Notice how low Oracle is. Yes, 9.8. That could either mean it has low adoption or not that many people have problems with it. But so Panda, you're saying it's low for SQL Server. You would have expected higher, given how many problems people have with SQL Server. But it was kind of interesting. What was very surprising to me is that Microsoft Azure in the cloud platforms are so much higher than Google Cloud. All right, I'll go back to the DBs. Did they split off Azure? I believe that Azure now counts separately, yes. But it's not even on here. Ooh, DuckDB's on here. I don't see it on here though. It's separate for cloud. Yes, so cloud platforms. I was surprised, to be honest. I really thought Google had a larger cloud base than Microsoft, but I guess not. I guess it really depends on the region. So that surprised me a little bit. From what I've heard from basically all cloud DevOps, Google Cloud is total garbage and Azure is comparatively amazing. I have heard pretty much the opposite of that, Ginny. I've heard pretty much the opposite of that, which is interesting. Web frameworks, not interesting. Other frameworks. Where's the programming language thing? Hold on. Where was the programming language thing? Was it further up? Oh, yeah. A lot of cloud folks won't use Google because they can shut down a service you rely on in a whim. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. I just love the fact... Sorry. I just love the fact that 48% of all respondents say that they use SQL. I mean, Python and SQL are very close, right? Python is a general purpose language. SQL is for accessing databases. I am really surprised at how high SQL is on this list. I didn't expect that many people to actually be using databases, but here we go. This is what it comes down to, chat. When you want to access data in a database, you gotta use SQL or NoSQL. You don't have any other option. You write Python all you want, you write JavaScript all you want, you write Rust all you want. But honestly, the access to the data on the database is always going to be compiled down to SQL. You can't avoid it. So it makes sense. You would have expected it to be higher. I assume that all Python devs use SQL, but not all SQL users use Python. Maybe. I think a lot of Python people don't understand SQL properly. I think they just sort of use it. But I'm generalizing. There's a lot of interesting stuff in here, like synchronous tools. What was interesting for me was the split between Windows and Mac. This is not a big gap anymore. This is really not a big gap. This gap used to be a lot bigger 10 or 12 years ago. And now we're talking 12 absolute percentage points, 13 in the professional category. I mean, that's not a lot. It's really not a lot. I think there are some beginner Python users who don't use SQL. Yes, when you're first learning Python, you probably wouldn't learn SQL. Because again, Python is a general purpose programming language. So why would you learn SQL while learning Python? It just doesn't make sense. You can use Python with a lot of other things, right? Anyway, so yeah, this is pretty interesting. Like I said, it'll be linked in Patreon in the stream recap at some point over the next few days when I publish it. I'm fully up to date on the stream recaps now. A lot of people do use Copilot. And yeah, so admired versus desired, I think, is like a new section. So basically, MATLAB. Less than 20% of developers who use this language want to use it again next year. SQL. Desired 33, admired 64. That's a very high rating. TypeScript has a very high rating. I can't comment on that. Python has a high rating. Rust has a very high rating. Apparently it's very popular. There's some very low scores in here. MATLAB. The dev salaries are interesting too. Ruby representing. Oh, the salaries. Databases. Redis. Postgres. I'm curious where DuckDB is. Oh yeah, here. Look at that. Look at that score for DuckDB. Wow. That is very, very good score. Where's Cockroach? Cockroach over here. Very impressive. I've already found the reason for the keyboard layout on the machine. In the first line, it must have been possible to type typewriter in just a line. The reason it was so it wouldn't crash, it was a myth. Typewriter. Oh, interesting. I tried using Copilot. It insisted on giving me Python results, even though I was writing an auto hotkey script. Cloud platforms. Vercel, Cloudflare. Okay. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff in here. It's a really, really, really big survey. And I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, have a look through it. I love how low the admired score is for Jira. And I'm curious to discuss with all of you a bit more about that. 13,960 people who worked with SQLite want to work with SQLite. This is interesting. 10,000. So there's quite a few people who work with Microsoft SQL Server who'd rather work with Postgres.
Why?
And there's a chunk of people who work with Postgres and rather work with Redis or MySQL. Why does SQLite get a cool color? I don't know. No idea. By the way, are you able to connect to MotherDuck remotely, API and such? So you can connect to MotherDuck via CLI, Roy Leasy. You can. Of course, Jira is low. This is a dev survey, not a project manager survey. Exactly. Yeah. I think the visualizations are pretty cool. It's just not so easy to understand. Once you get into like 17,000 different results, it's kind of interesting. It's very interesting. So yeah, I think I sent you that as a question. Did you? I only use SQLite because my team lead didn't want to use MySQL with Java. Is there like a problem using MySQL with Java? Look how long this page is, chat. Look how long this survey is. Holy crap. Salary by developer type. Here we go. Let's go Germany, because that's closest. Data scientist or machine learning specialist. Wow, $87,000. Wow, okay. Company info size. Salary and experience by developer type. Let's go all the way over. Senior executive, 125,000 a year. Really? Is that the median? Yeah, it's the median. Okay. Median salary for a senior executive is 125,000 a year. Apparently it's harder. Interesting, Roy. I didn't know about that, Roy Easy. Can't comment to that. Let's check out where SQL is on here. PHP. Let's see if SQL's on here somewhere. Is SQL on here? Yeah, $75,000 for SQL. Nice. Anyway, so I'm not going to go through this anymore, but it is very interesting to look through. There's some really cool stuff in there. Next cool thing. Speaking of data, EVE Online has become the first ever video game to integrate with Microsoft Excel. I'm not even kidding. This is a true thing. EVE Online built an extension for Microsoft Excel.
What is this? It's Microsoft Excel.
Holy moly. Just replace insert role here with the static text user. What are you talking about, chat? Doom hasn't happened yet? What are we talking about, Doom? Asking what the alternative might be. A penguin? The lunatics in Reykjavik have done it again. EVE Online developer CCP Games has built a integration to Microsoft Excel. Doom and Excel has to have happened. Oh, probably, yes, probably. Excel is now a free add-on for EVE Online and enables you to effortlessly access and analyze your in-game data across all of your accounts and characters. What is really funny about this is a friend of mine consults for CCP Games, the studio behind EVE Online. And it makes sense that they did this, knowing that he probably had some kind of influence on it.
took a screenshot.
Thank you for taking a screenshot, Exegete. And this is kind of interesting. So what does it do? Once imported, Excel will allow you to create custom reports, graphs, and charts to gain deep insights into your in-game activities, track your progress, and strategize your next steps. So it sounds like basically an analyst tool for EVE Online. I've never played on EVE Online. Has any of you played EVE Online? I played Elite Dangerous for a bit. I quite liked it, but it's very time intensive, chat. Let's put it that way. Very time intensive. So I'm not that smart, even though I know Excel.
What is this? It's Microsoft Excel.
I don't think you need to be smart necessarily to use it, but it is, I mean, it requires some knowledge of the game, obviously. And I will be honest with you, chat. I will tell you a secret. Does anyone want to hear a secret? Do you want to hear a secret, chat? I can tell you spelled it wrong in your head. Yes, I did. I have always wanted to do game analytics. And I've asked one person who has a small game. I have asked them if I would be able to work on a small analytical project for the game. So let's see. Maybe it will happen. Maybe. It would be really cool because game analytics is a whole different level of use case because you're changing an environment and not like changing a website or a mobile app. You're changing like the environment and you're looking at like how characters interact with each other. So it has like a lot of spatial stuff to it. And I think it would just be really interesting. So maybe something will come of that at some point. I can't promise anything, but that's a little secret for you. Anyway, Ellen has been corrected that he can't disable blocking because it's a requirement in Google Play and the Apple Store. Ha! See? I told you. I told you it wouldn't be allowed, Forex. I said it wouldn't be allowed. Block is going to be deleted as a feature except for DMs. Elon Musk cannot do this. The feature to block someone on the site is required as a social media app to be allowed on the App Store and Google Play Store. Well, technically, he can do it and be removed from the App Store and Google Play. Like, he could do it and get removed from the app stores. I just don't know if they would do that. Anyway. Speaking of more analytics stuff, there was an acquisition that we should talk about. ThoughtSpot bought a platform called Mode Analytics. Mode is a pretty cool platform. ThoughtSpot is more of like an AI type of platform, and Mode is a kind of more traditional business intelligence analytics platform. And so ThoughtSpot is on a spending spree because this is their fourth acquisition in 2 years. Two companies in 2 years. That's pretty impressive. 4 companies in 2 years, so two per year. Enabling all the deals is ThoughtSpot's massive war chest, which was at 663 million in August 2019. Who knows what it's at now? Basically, they are trying to do the thing that every single company is trying to do. Quickly turn data into insights and those insights into actions. Thank you, Exegete. Oh no, imagine if a clown landed for 100 and drop. Can we deny that win? I actually don't know. So yes, ThoughtSpot has bought Mode Analytics, and so if you're a Mode customer, you probably already know that. If you're looking to integrate with Mode, honestly, all of these platforms are basically becoming the same now. You know, they're all kind of ending up being the same platform. You know, they have 1 or 2 features that are different from each other, but apart from that, they're basically the same thing. What is really cool, if you're not aware, so we've done a sponsored stream on Snowplow before, but Snowplow announced their offering called Digital Analytics, which basically just means that Snowplow will host a Snowplow cloud for you on Snowflake. I know I said snow a lot and it's maybe a little bit confusing. Snowplow will host a Snowplow instance for you on Snowflake. Because previously you would need to build everything and host it yourself. And now they will do it for you. So that's a new offering from them. Snow, it's not. Snowflake is crazy blazing fast, but so is BigQuery, by the way. I see downshifting. He looked like in perfect trajectory. Oh, okay. Let's watch this clip and see if we see some shenanigans. Platform. ThoughtSpot is more of like an AI type of platform, and Mode is a kind of more traditional business intelligence analytics platform. There was a bit of a jump there, not gonna lie. There was a bit of a pull there on the bottom. I didn't do anything, but there was. So yes, if you've been interested in running website analytics, but you've been afraid of installing Snowplow, then this is the thing to maybe help you. Speaking of afraid...
Garbage.
Speaking of afraid... The janitor who was afraid of alarms or annoyed by them and decided to turn off a freezer, ruining 20 years of research. A university janitor who turned off a freezer after hearing multiple annoying alarms. The janitor is not being sued in the lawsuit. They're going to be sued by their own company, though. That's a given. The school is seeking more than $1 million in damages. What was in the freezer? What was in the freezer? The lab's freezer contained over 20 years of research, including cell cultures and samples. Wow. Yikes. Big yikes, chat. Negligent. Despite the alarm, Lakshmi and her team determined the cell samples would be safe until emergency repairs could be done. While Lakshmi waited for the freezer's manufacturer to come perform repairs, her team added a safety lockbox around the freezer's outlet and socket. A warning was posted on the freezer according to the court filing. This freezer is beeping as it is under repair. Please do not move or unplug it. No cleaning required in this area. You can press the alarm test mute button for 5 to 10 seconds if you would like to mute the sound. Wow. This is why my company makes so much money connecting cold chain monitors to the internet. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh dear. What was the research about? I'm kind of interested. What was the research? Doesn't actually say what the research was. But anyway, there is some good news today.
I put my faith in data, information. Ones and zeros never lie.
There is some good news, chat. Speaking of data, Google Docs and Drive are getting support for e-signature. However, it will only be for people on Google Workspace. So if you don't have a paid Google plan, you unfortunately will not be able to benefit from this. And yes, it will cost money. Most definitely. It will cost money, probably. At least, I mean, Workspace costs money, so it will cost something for you to use it. Trying to escape from Google Workspace, so expensive. Thanks for the good vibes, XG. The feature is intended to offer a streamlined way to sign digital documents. If I was a company in the signature space right now, I would be very, 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 very worried. But yes, there's like a date signed thing, blah, blah, blah. It's still very beta, but seems like something pretty cool. So, chat, we are getting very close to the end of the stream. We have 50 seconds until ads. We could skip all the ads and continue with the last 3 articles, or we could do a 3-minute break and then cover the articles after a 3-minute break. Who wants break? Who wants to continue? Spam chat with your decision. Last 3, please. Skip the break. Who wants to skip the break? We have 2 votes for skipping the break. Break! Take a break. No. No breaks. Have a break, have a Kit Kat. No. Skip. Okay, it's 3-1. 3-1. Nah, I missed the window for snoozing. I missed the window for snoozing, chat. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a interactive 3-minute break. How about that? Chat, you're gonna tell me about one thing you're excited for this weekend. You're gonna tell me one thing that you're excited about on the weekend. And I'm gonna tell you what I'm excited about for the weekend. I'm excited because on Sunday, I'm going to be playing the next session of our D&D campaign. Nothing, pain sucks, highly advise against it. Oh, Exegete, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. There's nothing you're looking forward to? That's very unfortunate. And no one else is looking forward to anything, it seems. Well, I will give you all a 2-minute break. You're making stroopwafels with ChatGPT. How? What? Marcy, you need to explain yourself a little bit further. That sounds very interesting. That sounds very interesting. Does Vicodin count? I guess. Watching you if you stream about it, working on my browser. Are you building a browser, Roy Leasing? Getting lunch with grandma tomorrow is about all I've got. You don't know stroopwafels? No, I'm just saying, how do you make stroopwafels with ChatGPT? That's what I don't understand, you know? Anyway, take a short break. We'll be back in a second. 2 minutes.
But how dare you steal my stream title? Please clip that and send it to him so he can play it on his stream.
I didn't No, I didn't steal your stream title, Panther. How dare you? How dare you? I didn't steal White Panther's stream title. I was first. Cannabis. Oh no, someone's gonna clip that now, aren't they?
So, I don't know if we can go deep enough.
Oh, we're not supposed to, Finite.
Oh wow, look. Played the same
No.
game at the same time.
No. Oh my, no.
I mean,
What's happening right now?
I don't know, Maddie.
What the?
What's happening?
How many levels is this?
Is this a...
We've gone too deep.
No. We can't do this
I
anymore,
don't know.
Chat. Is on a... I'm having a stroke. Nat 1. Oh, in the pool. Yeah, when you drop. Oh, that's so... Yeah, it's true. It's kind of cute. Hold on. Let's see if I can get one. 9949. I don't even... Oh. 9949. I don't even know what angle that ends up being. How's that even like a real... How is that a real angle? This is the real stream. You are currently watching the live stream.
Hello, and welcome to my stream.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mute. Sorry. If you go to engagement you can see, where was the thing? There was a thing. Oh no, wait, what angle? 180. Oh, that means from the bottom. I did not expect that one. Oh, very well played, Rugmat. Very, very well played. That's, wow, that is very, very well played Time Warp. I did not expect that at all. Welcome back. Your audio cue is... I want entire control over requests and responses. I've already modified my firewall to actually ask me for any new connections to the internet. I noticed apps open a channel and use it so you only have to confirm once per action. I thought it would get annoying, but it's pretty chill. Huh. Very interesting, Roy Lacey, that you're making your own browser. You're welcome to come back. Yes, you are. You are more than welcome to come back. So let's cover the last 3 articles of the Data Cafe. Number 1, Swiss news. The Swiss government is pushing for universal electronic patient record. And yes, this is a good thing because it means that apps like ours, the company I work for, can use the electronic patient record to help you get better healthcare. Yes, I know everyone is screaming about data privacy, but there are standards. There are standards for data privacy for exactly this case. In particular, one of them called FHIR, FHIR. There are standards in how to store medical documents. So if you adhere to those standards, safety is guaranteed. It's certainly better than your doctor sending you a PDF by email, okay? Let's be honest about that, okay, chat? And you know that that happens, so I'm just saying. This is a good thing. Basically, if an app wants access to the internet, asks me with all the details. Interesting. BT Dubs, how do you integrate the pronouns extension with that integration? Is that free open source? So actually, the pronouns extension runs through this automatically. It is a plugin from Stream Elements. It is a plugin from Stream Elements called... I will tell you. It's called Chat. I'll write it in chat for you. Chat Bubbles by Zaytree. Chat Bubbles by Zaytree. And yeah, it does a lot of JS and stuff in the background. It goes to get all the cool emotes. Goes to yeah, it goes to Alejo's API to get the pronoun thing. It's very cool, yes. Works really well. So this is the Swiss piece of news. The French-speaking cantons are basically leading the way in this because 83% of the population has already opened electronic records, which is pretty high. But in the German-speaking area, it's only 14%. But in the Italian-speaking part, it's only 3%. So basically nobody's done that. Despite the availability of electronic patient files since 2022, only 20,000 people have chosen to open them, hindering the system's effectiveness. Half of the hospitals have either not joined the system or refused to work with it. Less than 13% of medical practices have implemented the electronic patient record system. So basically them signing this into law at some point means that all medical institutions will be required to do so. And by the way, this photo is an accurate representation of what a average Swiss doctor's office looks like. So, let's see what happens. Compliance would be kind of the thing to go for here. Would be nice. Would be nice. So, our next topic is about Twitch. We always have one article about Twitch. This week's article is a PSA, a public service announcement or warning. You should be very, very suspicious of any links in Twitch chat, but you should be even more suspicious if you see partner accounts posting in your chat about, did you see the game Twitch announced today or similar, because these are scam sites. And I want you to understand something. These sites can grab session tokens if you authorize or do anything to these sites. So do not click these links. They are not targeting partners. They have compromised partner accounts and then are using those accounts to spread the spam messages. And then they get more people and they get more accounts and they spread more scam. It's just, it's an endless cycle of spam, basically. And they can basically steal the credentials. So you should be very, very careful when clicking links in chat. So that's a warning for you, chat. And the last article of this week, I'm very proud of this one. It's called Random Pick for a reason, okay? It's called Random Pick for a reason. Do any of you use soybean oil for cooking? Because apparently, look, I'm not the person who did this research. I'm just reading the news to you. Apparently, soybean oil can cause genetic changes in the brain. Don't ask me how, because I can't explain this to you, chat. All I'm doing is finding a random article for you. This was 2020, by the way. Soybean oil, the most widely produced and consumed edible oil in the US, could potentially impact neurological conditions like autism, Alzheimer's, anxiety, and depression. Research using mice models revealed pronounced effects on the hypothalamus, a critical part of the brain that regulates body weight, temperature, stress response, reproduction, and growth. Phytoestrogens? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Marcy. Olive oil. Yeah, olive oil is good. You have to be a little bit careful. Source outside of this website. There is a UC Riverside research. Where was it? Basically, it's a university. Here it is. Dysregulation of hypothalamic gene expression and oxytocinergic system by soybean oil diets in male mice. But I can definitely copy the link here for you. And, of course, all the links to today's episode with a little recap of what went on will be on Patreon for free. Entirely for free. And you can become a member for free on my Patreon. Did I say it was free? Go to Patreon. Look at that. Join for free. Look at that. Join for free. You can join my Patreon for free. It's that simple. Wait, did you say free? Yeah, I think I said free, right? So you can join for free and you will get these posts by email. Look, I write recaps for all the streams. I even post about videos that I did. Look at this. Okay, but if I'm petty, is it still free? Yes, it's still free. Basically, all the recaps. I think I've hit something like 90 recaps. I think I've hit something like 90 recaps now. Anyway, so, chat. It's that time, chat. I see you're all in a bit of a fun mood today. LYMI. What is LYMI? I don't even know what that stands for. What does that stand for? So, chat. Love you, mean it. Aw, thank you, Cypher. I appreciate it. I really appreciate all of you being here. I hope you enjoyed today's Data Cafe episode. Snarky. That's fine. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. I will stream on Monday, but Monday's stream will be the last stream until mid-September, because I'm going away, chat. I am flying back to Toronto to see some family and spend some time with family. I will also hopefully be meeting a fellow content creator from Canada while I'm there. And I can't stream while I'm away, basically. I won't have anything with me, so yeah. He just started streaming again and stops again. That's right. You'll just have to put up with it, unfortunately. You'll just have to put up with it. But seeing as you're in such a fun mood today, I thought, maybe we should send you to someone doing some pretty nerdy stuff, some pretty obscure things, some pretty odd ball stuff. And so I'm going to send you to a good friend of the stream. But first, we must say thank you. Thank you to everyone for chilling with us today. Thank you everyone for the fun times. Thank you Binary64 for the follow today. And
Garbage.
Rugmat, thank you for subscribing for 14 months. It's pretty incredible. I'm going to take you all over to a friend of the stream who likes to tell dad jokes. So if you have a good dad joke, bye Cronary. If you have a good dad joke, I highly encourage you to queue it up and drop it in Alan's stream, because Alan seems to really, really enjoy dad jokes. And with that, I will see all of you hopefully on Monday. And if I don't see you on Monday, well, then we might only see each other again in September, unfortunately. But such is life. I will try to post on Patreon in the meantime. So do drop me a follow there. Thank you very much for being here, and see you all very soon. Bye-bye.